What is going on with you, YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video. Yes, some Madden NFL 17 gameplay news. We got a pretty big blog today about ball carrier special moves. So I'm going to be talking about gameplay today. This is a gameplay deep dive. We're going to get all the way into it. I'm going to tell you what I like, and I'm going to tell you some of the things that I find to be potentially troubling. So I'm going to explain what's in there, and then I'm going to give my opinion. Now, it's imperative you get active in the comments. I need to know what you guys think about these things discussed in this video. Do you like it? Do you think they could be potential problems? I need you guys because basically I read the comments and sometimes you just need a different perspective. I even change my opinion sometimes when I read a good comment and say, you know what? I never thought about that. So get active because that is the goal of this video. All right, let's talk about it. Ball carrier special moves. There's a lot to digest here, so let's get to it. All right, each on-field player in a game will perform special moves that fits his playing style and ratings. Basically, what we're gonna have are animations ranging from elite to lumbering. So that's how they're separating the players. There's different tiers of animations that players can pull off. All right, so of course, the best moves, Madden's best moves are elite. All right, those are for the upper class ball carriers. How do you get a player? How does a player perform the elite moves? Well, his move rating must be in the 90s. If your moves rating is in the 90s, you'll be able to pull off these moves that are called elite. Now, for ball carriers with special moves ratings in the 70s and the 80s, they'll get a version of these moves, right? They'll be able to do something, but they won't be quite explosive as the elite moves. This is how they're separating the players in this game are animations, it seems to be. You could be effective with, somebody in the 70s and the 80s, but you're not going to be blowing past people or doing crazy stuff, breaking people's ankles like if you were in the 90s. Then we have the lumbering, which is for the offensive lineman, basically 320 pounds and up. You know what? You scoop up a fumble, you ain't going to be twinkle toes out there dancing all over the field. So let's talk about it. Now, these moves are going to be tied to stamina. So when you gas, the elite guy will go down to what the 80s and the 70s can do. I don't know what it didn't really specify what the 80s and 70s moves can do, like what it'll go down to if you're gas. All right, question. How do I feel about these special moves? It sounds like a pretty decent way to separate the players. It kind of brings up a question of what has Madden been doing in the past to separate players as far as special moves go. But what I think is really going to happen is I think all these things are going to be really tied to specific animations. So there's going to be players who have animations that if you have a player in the 70s or 80s, no matter what you do, no matter the timing, how you push the button, when you push it, you will never see that character, that player do the animation that the elite guy can do. The thing that kind of gets me excited with this, and there's a downer coming in a little bit, but the thing that kind of gets me excited, it sounds like this game is going to be moving a lot different. Sounds like the player movement is going to be quite a bit different. I want to see this game in action because I got my suspicions that this is going to be a much better moving game as far as animations go, because I think a lot of these animations are brand new. Now, next thing has me kind of worried. It's called the fake out interaction system. That don't even sound good for a football game. All right, the fake out interaction system. What is the fake out interaction system? To explain it to you, I'm gonna read you the whole paragraph so I don't get any words twisted up, and it's not long. So you know what, don't X out the video because this is actually pretty interesting and I'll give you my take on it. All right, to accompany the new special moves, the fake out system has been overhauled to deliver a new experience to the ground game. When timing the special moves correctly, users can see and feel the power of the new multiplayer fake out animations with nearly 1,000 possible outcomes. What is a multiplayer fake out? It's a dynamic animation that includes multiple players all at once on their location. These can be 2-player interactions up to 6-player interactions, all depending on the type of move used, the ball carrier's skill level, and the user's own stick skills. Now, this sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Seems like it's going to take the scripted level of the game to another level, such as the aggressive catch and all that did last year with the run game. Now, I have a question. It says they could be 2-player interactions up to 6-player interactions. What type of special move is going to make 6 players react on their location? Like, I hope it just doesn't turn into what the aggressive catch turned into last year with the 2-man sequences. Cause I think what you want to do in these sports games is get away from scripted outcomes, and I don't see how this is heading in that direction. Actually, I think it's doing a 180 going back the other way. So a lot of times I think you're going to engage with somebody, you're going to do something, and then the defender is going to do something. It's just going to play out like a two-man scripted animation, kind of like those wide receiver defensive back interactions. This one has me worried. Now look, I got to wait till I can see it in motion because I might be lying. I might be dead wrong, but from what it sounds like, does not sound like something I want to see in Madden. Now, the next thing has me even a little more worried, and it's called tackle battles, and it sounds kind of familiar. Twitch mechanic, what is a tackle battle? Let me just ask the question. What is a tackle battle? Well, it's Twitch mechanics that gives the user the ability to influence the outcome of a tackle. Whenever a defender and ball carrier get locked up, a random face button will appear on the screen. The first player to hit the button wins the tackle battle. Now, in my football game, I don't want QTEs. I just don't want that because we know how Madden did it before when it was like fight for the fumble. And I just don't really think that that's the route or the direction you should take when it comes to breaking tackle. I think if you're building a game where the engine is solid and you have physics and you have a solid rating system, that should be all you need. You do not need people hitting random buttons to break tackles. Now, what I'm hoping, if you're going to put this in, at least allow the players to still have control of their guy as this happens. But that sounds like it has bad written all over it. I don't want to judge it before I play it because I will be at EA Play, and I'll give you guys my opinions before a lot of you guys get your hands on the game. But you know what? I did like the special move situation. I do like the separation of players. That's just something Madden's always needed. The fake out interaction system, not so much. It doesn't sound like anything that they should be putting in the game, but we will see. I'm not going to prejudge. And the tackle battle sounds like an absolute mess. All right, get active in the comments and let me know what you think, and I'll get at you guys another time. Peace.